What's up YouTube? Back again with another video. Today's video is going to be how to start your freeform locks, 4 ways to start your freeform locks. Before I get into the video real quick, I just want to give a shout out to Rico the Savage. He asked for this video, so I went ahead and made this instead of a different one. So hopefully you like it, bro. Before we get into the 4 ways real quick, let's talk about what freeforming is. Freeforming is more of a state of dreadlocks than it is an actual style. I know we use it to encompass a couple of different styles of dreadlocks that all look real similar, like mine, freeform. But really, freeforming is a state where you're no longer maintaining your dreadlocks at all. Now you can start from the very beginning, which is the best way, or you can start later on in your dreadlock journey and just freeform from there. Now with that being said, the first way to freeform your dreadlocks is going to be the towel rub method. Real quick, all the methods that I'm mentioning here in this video are really only going to be for coarse type hair. It's going to be up to you to determine what type of hair you have and whether any of these methods will actually work for you. So the towel rub method you're going to use in conjunction with a coconut oil or another essential oil. And you're going to take and you're going to put the coconut oil in your hair, run it through your hair, and then you're going to rub your head all the way around to twist up the hair and to clump the hair up and mat it so that it will start to dreadlock. The downside of this is it can pull a lot of your hair out. It grabs a lot of your hair. Now you don't have to use a microfiber towel per se. You can also use a wool towel, but I just used a microfiber towel. I use this method in conjunction with the other methods that I'm going to talk about as well. The second method is going to be the sponge rub method. It's very similar to the towel rub method. The only difference is that this will work better on shorter hair as opposed to longer hair with the towel rub method. It's going to do the same thing. You're going to be rubbing your head, probably in with conjunction with coconut oil. The new dread sponge is what I use on my head. It came with a gel that I'd stopped using when I realized that it caused buildup, and I wouldn't suggest anybody else use it. It made my hair really hard for whatever reason, which is kind of strange. But yeah, so you'll still be rubbing the same way. Sorry, this one's really dusty. I haven't used it in a long time. The hole size is going to determine how large your dreads are, really kind of the partitions of your dreads, because your dreads, once they mature, will get thicker than the original product, more than likely. They may thin out some, but a lot of them will get thicker. But this is really going to be how it's going to separate off and what it's going to look like. So again, rubbing too much and rubbing too hard can rip your hair out. And if you're looking for thicker locks, this may not be the avenue that you want to go down. The third way to kind of freeform your locks is going to be the crochet hook method. Hopefully this will focus. The crochet hook method is what I use in conjunction with the other 2 methods. I first sponge rub my hair, then I towel rub my hair. Sponge rub to separate it, towel rub when I realized that the separations were too small. And then ultimately I crocheted each one of my dreadlocks together a little more so they would stay together because my wash routine kept washing my dreadlocks out of my hair. Now, I wouldn't suggest anybody use this. Just because I used it doesn't mean it's a good thing to do. Crocheting your hair can be the most damaging, and don't get this confused with interlocking your hair. Interlocking and crocheting are 2 very different things. They both kind of do a similar thing, but these are very different things. Crocheting, you're going to take and you're going to push through a section of hair, and you're going to take it and push it through quickly. The smaller the crochet needle, the better. And you're going to keep pushing it through, and it's going to take and knot your hair and create little knots inside the body of the dread. And that's really what's going to dreadlock your hair. Like I said, I wouldn't use this though, because you have the potential to break a lot of hair and to tear a lot of hair out. And if you're breaking hair off, you're weakening the dread, because a dread is only as strong as the length of hair that's inside of the dread. So if the dread is broken in half, or the hair is broken in half, then the dread will eventually break in half as well. So keep that in mind. The last way to start freeform locks, and in my opinion, the best way to freeform locks, the way that I wish I had done, is to wash and go. All that is taking the 2 hands that are already on your body, a good quality residue-free shampoo, and washing your hair and letting it mat as it does, because dreadlocks ultimately are just pieces of matted hair that have been rolled together through natural process or through your own intervention. So that's the 4 ways. Honestly, like I said, the last way is going to be the best way to not rip a bunch of your hair out. I'm not going to suggest you crochet your hair, even though I did it and it worked out for me. But this was just a real topical view on the different ways to freeform your hair. I hope you guys will learn a little bit from this video. In the future, I'm gonna make a video on each individual way to do it and get more in depth with the pros and cons, but this was just real topical. So I hope you guys like this video. Peace to the Loc Nation. I'll see you guys in the next one.